Hey, welcome to the lounge, you guys. Today, we're just gonna be talking about some things that I know about Diddy and the all all things Diddy. So, where can we get started at? Trying to think. Let's see. So, as we know, Diddy has 8 allegations, lawsuits that people have put on him. So we know that Cassie is one of his first victims as far as a lawsuit is concerned, and he paid that lawsuit out within 24 hours. So after Cassie's lawsuit, you guys, there's like 7 more lawsuits that came behind that. Actually, just a few days ago, 2 lawsuits came out. All of them are alleging rape, substance abuse, other type of essays, DVs, and you know, some awful, horrible things. He is innocent until proven guilty, but you guys know his actions. To me, and this is just my opinion, he's guilty. He's been doing this stuff for 30 years, you guys. His 30 years he's been getting away with it. Nobody has ever held him accountable for all these awful things that he has been doing to all of these women. And not just women, men too. I mean, he's been going, beating up people, doing, I mean, all kind of things. Like, I found out a few days ago, Shaka Khan, there's a situation with Shaka Khan. So Shaka Khan's son came with, there was a situation, right? So Shaka Khan was dealing with Diddy. Shaka Khan's son came, and Diddy and his people beat Shaka Khan's son up. And you know, any son or daughter, if they see their mom in a situation, of course they're gonna come help. So, I mean, there's just like so many things that I just like. I mean, it's like a running river, ocean, uh, with a whole bunch of tides in it. You know, as much stuff as Diddy has done to a lot of people. Allegedly, he paid Cassie off some kind of undisclosed amount, which they're saying it was 30 million, 100 million. I'm not sure if we'll ever find out, because from what I hear, it's like, of course, they don't want to disclose the amounts. But I mean, if he did that, he paid Cassie off in 24 hours. To me, that's a sign of guilt, because I'm not paying nobody, not even 5 cents, if I know I didn't do anything. But the thing that gets me, you guys, is check this out. P. Diddy put out a statement before the hotel tape. Oh no, I'm not. I didn't do any of those horrible things that people are saying. They're, saying that I did. I didn't do any of that. Then when the tape comes out, he gives this lame apology. But the reason why they said he gave the apology the way he did, because there's an agreement, I guess, within the lawsuit that they can't say each other's name. But I get it. I got it. He should have just not even made an apology, because that apology that he made, it was it was awful, you guys. Let me move my camera a little bit. Yeah, it was awful. It was horrible. I was like, my thing is, why are you sitting there? If you know you can't say her name, just don't apologize. Just save save everybody's wasted time, because it was really about you. I this, and I was really uh this, I was really that, and now I'll got help. I'm going to counseling, this, that, and the third. Like, when did you decide, after all these 30 years, after doing all these horrible things to everybody, that you was gonna go and get some help? But I just know that everything that everybody is saying, I agree that to me, I ain't gonna say agree. I think that they all saying exactly what happened to them was true, and it happened. Because why would all these people, all these women and men come forward and say that did this, Diddy didn't did that, and most of them are saying the same thing. A lot of SA, a lot of substance abuse, a lot of DV, a lot of SA. They're saying the same things, like the same things pretty much on all the lawsuits, maybe plus or minus a couple of things. But my thing is, I found out Rolling Stone too. I haven't read it, but I was, listening. But Rolling Stone came out with a long article, and they were talking about how P. Diddy went to Howard University. When he was at Howard University, was victimizing people there. He had a girlfriend or somebody he was dealing with, and he beat her with a belt. I just don't understand how you are just going around terrorizing people, and you ain't been held accountable after 30 years. Diddy's been doing this for 30 years. But from what they said in that article for Rolling Stone, that he whooped the girl with the belt on the on Howard University's campus. And I'm like, wow, you whooping another grown woman? And they said he was just awful angry, and he got his name Puffy because he used to huff and puff. He used to be like, to me, sound like an angry child. He was huffing and puffing, so they started calling him Puff, and that's how he got his name, Puff. And then it went to Puffy, to Puff Daddy, to this, to that, whatever. Every time he got in a situation with the law, he's changing his name. Now his name is supposedly Love. And then another situation, he was saying that, you know, thank you, Cassie, when he got the award. Thank you, Cassie, for holding me down in the darkest times and, holding me down. And I'm thinking all of her 10 years were dark times. So how are you thanking her when you're being a monster, like behind closed doors, and you know that you were being a monster? And for you to act like you haven't been a monster, like that's just narcissistic behavior. But I think he's an awful narcissist. I mean, Gene Deal was saying that he'd be ready to poop people, giving them two pieces in the biscuit, So who's to say that he didn't do that behind closed doors? Which if he did that with the hotel, and he was kicking Cassie like a field goal, he was throw glass at her, he was doing like all kind of awful things. What did he do behind closed doors? He did some awful things, awful things. I know he did some awful things behind closed doors. And I don't know why, but I think it was the seventh or eighth lawsuit. One of those ladies that did the seventh or eighth lawsuit put in there, like, was describing his la-di-di-la-di-da. And I'm like, why would she put a description of his la-di-di-la-di-da in the lawsuit? I was just wondering, y'all, can y'all tell me why she put the description, said, I believe it was, don't quote me, something like adolescent or something like that. And I'm like, why would she put that in there? I was like, that was kind of, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But all I know is that he has 8 lawsuits. His son has a lawsuit because when they were on that boat, allegedly his son and him were on the boat, and they was doing some SA and DVing to one of the employees on the boat. And that's just alleged. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything else about that case, but there's like so much dealing with Diddy, but also with Nicki Minaj. I'm not sure if you guys know about this, but Nicki Minaj is the one who leaked the Meek Mills and the Diddy freak off voice tape. So I was wondering if when Nicki went to Amsterdam and she got arrested, was that Diddy retaliating against Nicki Minaj because she leaked that tape? I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know. I'm just I'm just trying to put two and two together. I'm just trying to put two and two together. But I think that it was in retaliation. But I mean, you never know. I mean, there's so many conspiracies and things because they said that the reason why these charges are, they're bringing up these charges and they raided his house at HSI because of money laundering allegedly, and also it was money laundering and something else. But anyway, and trafficking, some kind of trafficking. Yes, so that's why HSI raided his house, his two or three homes, and I'm hearing conflicting stories, you guys. Y'all let me know. They're saying that they raided three of his houses, the two, one in Florida, one in California, and they're saying that they raided the one in New York. I don't know if you guys find something out. Y'all let me know. But I was kind of like, curious as to if they raided his houses, why didn't they raid all, three of his houses? Because he has a house in New York, and who knows? He may have more homes other places, but maybe that's just where they gathered intel on where most of the maybe the freak offs and the crimes allegedly took place. But I know that Kim Porter's niece finally settled with him not too long ago. And her case against Diddy was that she was hired to help with Kim Porter's twins once Kim passed away. So when she got pregnant, she let Diddy know. She felt like she was getting fired because she was a unwed, pregnant woman. Well, supposedly P Diddy said that she wasn't doing her job. But the thing is, he didn't want her kids to be around, that wasn't a good example for his daughters, his children. But my thing is, I thought he was over there the day the mansions and homes were raided. He was on his private jet with the drug mule with some substances, and I believe they say his daughters and them were with them trying to go on some kind of vacation. But you gonna let somebody who is a substance abuse carrier, issuer, mule, whatever you want to call them, be around your daughters with that? But somebody who's pregnant trying to take care of your children as a woman, stepping up, you gonna fire her? But I don't know, you guys. It's just some of the stuff is just so narcissistic. The stuff that he is doing to people is like the way he thinks and the stuff that he does. He's just a narcissist. It's like his way or no way. Like he was cutting up in that one video. He was like, he was looked like he was in his office, and he's like, I get whatever I want. I'm whatever, and just having a whole conniption fit. And I'm like, he is just really cutting up. I can imagine, I'm telling you, I can imagine what happened behind closed doors with all these people who have alleged that he has done all these awful things. Another thing is that one of the last two women that came forward and put a lawsuit on him, they met him in New York. I believe it was in New York, and the girl, she worked at a bar. So he had Kim Porter and her doing a freak off and recorded them unknowingly. So when she went back to work, something happened. I guess the girl stopped dealing with P Diddy. So he had Kim Porter go to her job at the bar and tell the manager owner that the girl try to poison her drink or something like that, and that he needs to fire her, and he could take over the whole, basically take over that whole bar. So the guy and the owner ended up firing her, and she lost her job. But he did all kind of stuff to her too, and awful. I mean, awful. But yeah, there's so much dealing with him, and there's another thing is like I didn't know, you guys. I'm just finding this out too. Word is that the reason, um, I'm thinking, this is just me. Like I said, this is my thoughts. Jamie Foxx, remember Jamie Foxx was in the hospital. He was real sick. He was like on his um about to go see Jesus bed. He he was real sick for a while. We was like, whoa, what's going on with Jamie Foxx? So I found out that Jay-Z, and this is allegedly, Jay-Z, Foxy Brown, and Jamie Foxx, they had a three-way situation going on, if you know what I mean. Foxy Brown was underage. So I'm wondering if he tried to do something to Jamie Foxx and try to eat him, because Jamie Foxx was talking a little bit too much on one of those videos when it was talking about, yeah, Diddy likes to party and he had this party and paid this much. I remember the video. He was talking, I mean, just talking. I don't know if he made another video or other videos maybe had transpired where he was maybe talking a little bit more, a little bit, too much, telling, because everything is so secretive with them when it comes to stuff, because, they doing dirt. So they want everybody's lips to be locked and sealed. But I think Jamie Foxx was talking too much, and that's why he tried to him, So I was like, okay, okay. And then Quincy's daddy also, P. Diddy, tried to him. I'll Be Sure. I'll Be Sure went on and he told everybody something. He said something, and the HSI will be notified or informed. So I can't remember word for word, but he was doing a documentary or a book, but I think he was going to do a tell-all, and I think that's why Diddy tried to get rid of him. So I really want to know. I'm really anxious to figure out what was going on with I'll Be Sure and why he did what happened to I'll Be Sure, and allegedly if Diddy had something to do with that situation. But I believe he's making a documentary, but I can't wait to see that one. Then 50 Cent. Let me tell y'all about 50 Cent. 50 Cent be trolling. 50 Cent, he needs to get the most pettiest Grammy award, because 50 Cent be going hard on Diddy, y'all. 50 Cent, he is not playing with Diddy. Diddy done stepped on P. Diddy's toes a little bit too hard, because 50 Cent is not playing with him. And you guys know 50 Cent just sold his documentary docu-series to Netflix, you guys. And it was like a bidding war over there. So y'all know that documentary that 50 Cent put out, y'all know that's going to be fire, fire, fire. And I cannot wait to see it. And I will pay for it to see it, because I want to know what is going on with them, the freak offs, everything that happened, all them partying, everything. I want to know what's going on. Also, not just with that, but P. Diddy lied to all the people that he brought on to be artists. And really what he was doing, in my opinion, was he was bringing people on as artists, trying to live through them vicariously, taking their money, and then essaying and DVing them. Because that's what he did to Cassie. He was a whole grown man, 30-something years old. Cassie was like 18, 19, something like that. And he was promising her the world. Like that was his MO. That was Diddy's pull him in line. I'm going to promise you the world. I'm going to give you guys, make sure that you make these records. Like he told Cassie that she signed a deal. She was supposed to make 10 records, only made one record. Only made one record and was supposed to make 10. Where's the other 9 at? That's what he was doing. Like everybody that Diddy had signed, all his artists, ain't none of them really got no money, because Diddy didn't lived vicariously through them, and I think that's how he got the freak off money, y'all. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I think that's how Diddy got some of that freak off money. He was getting them artists, letting them do good, letting them make money, do this, do that. Vanity Kane and all them groups that he had. I mean, Diddy had quite a few groups. I mean, I don't know all of them, but I didn't even know about Vanity Kane. I probably know their music, but I didn't really know them by Vanity Kane. But anyway, I mean, all those groups, all of them, he took them, they made money, and the next thing you know, they ain't nowhere to be found. And they working at McDonald's, I mean, ain't got no money. And then he, took all their like their rights away, and then he tried to give them back, and then next thing you know, they're worth like pennies. And he just, to me it's just like he robbed all of them. But I think he was using that money for the freak off money. It's not funny, you guys, but I'm like, Diddy was it he was that's why he was partying like that, y'all. He was, I mean, they say the parties was fire. Like, I mean, I seen his one, I think his 50th birthday, everybody was wearing white. I mean, it looked like a nice party, but those weren't the parties that everybody was talking about. But they talked about, like Ellen said, the after party when was on Ellen, and they were talking about, the after party. That's what they talking about. Those, the freak off parties, the special parties, those after hours, you come back at 2 o'clock in the morning and that party. But anyway, I think that he took not all, he took the money that he was supposed to be paying his artists, like Mace and all them, people like what Making of the Band, Danity Kane, I mean, and the list goes on. I think he was taking that money, and that was his freak off money, probably, buying the substances and, the liquors and everything else, for the party. Because P. Diddy's doing the party. Like Cat Williams said, P. Diddy like the party, and you gotta tell him no. But y'all, it's so much. It is like so much that goes into this. And then another thing, another little subject. P. Diddy allegedly had something to do with Tupac's unaliving, Biggie's unaliving. They say was trying to pay, or paid Keefy D so much money to, Tupac. Then Keefy D right now, he's in jail. I haven't heard anything, but from what I heard, he's been beat up in jail a couple of times, but I haven't heard anything as far as Keefy D's trial, when it's happening, what's going on. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. If you guys hear anything, or know anything about the Keefy D trial or anything going on that, let me know. Drop me a comment in the comment box. I want to know. But I remember the day that the police went to his house in Las Vegas and arrested him. He was, they went through the garage, and they were like, it was nighttime, and they were like, come on out. Then they arrested him. But after all these years, they're barely cracking the case. But, these people knew what was going on, what Diddy was up to, because back then too, they said Tupac said that he didn't really fool up with Diddy because he thought Diddy was corny. So what it was is Diddy was really jealous of Tupac's and Biggie's relationship. And, of course, they probably was going to make it a lot bigger. They were going to make more money. They were going to be more popular, do this, whatever. And, of course, I think that's why he took him out, But, yeah, Tupac said that he was a cornball. Ain't nobody want to deal with him. But, he seemed like he is a cornball. He seems like he's a cornball. He seemed like he lives vicariously through other people. Whatever happened in his childhood, he has childhood trauma. P. Diddy has childhood trauma, and he really needs a therapist, for real, for real. He's a narcissist, and narcissistic behavior starts somewhere. His mom, I don't know how she raised him. I know his dad passed away when he was really young, a toddler or something. I don't know exactly how old, but he grew up, his mom raised him, and from what I hear, his mom was... that part, yeah. I'm not trying to talk about her, but I don't think she was probably not the best, but not taking nothing away from her. Nobody's perfect, but yeah. So I don't think she provided no good guidance like a mother should. And I think Diddy probably seen a lot of stuff that he shouldn't see because they said she was one of them type of workers. Yeah, one of them workers. But P Diddy was on a video. I seen him. He was sitting there talking to his mom. They were just having a conversation. For one, she had on white fingernail polish. And what's white fingernail polish symbolize? That's the freak off color. P Diddy want the woman to be in white fingernail polish. Those are freak off colors. Like, I wonder if he had a SOP, a freak off SOP that had everything. You got to wear the white nail polish, you got to wear the pouches, you got to take the substances, or you got to do take the alcohol, because they said he was uh, putting stuff in their alcohol, and making them drink it, and knocking them out. They was going unconscious. They didn't know what was happening because he didn't put the substances in the drink. So he was taking advantage. But and it's crazy because the stuff that he was doing to get these women, it was like, it was just, it's awful. Like, it's awful. Like, why would you want to give somebody some substances to knock them out so you can do the do with them in that state? Like, they're knocked out, like they're almost no air in their body, if you guys will. Like, who wants to be doing that? That's just strange. That's like weird behavior. That's weird behavior, y'all. That's just, I'm telling you, so much to this Diddy stuff, this Diddy saga, all Diddy shenanigans, all the stuff that he's doing. I mean, it is, you guys, what he did to Cassie, y'all. I mean, it is so sad. So sad. So sad. Just to see that tape. And I can imagine, like I said, what he did behind closed doors. Like, I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine, because if he did that, I mean, he's a monster behind closed doors. But you know what? His mother created that monster somehow. His mother created that monster because he's been essaying and DVing and assaulting folks since he was little. Like, I'm not understanding how he got away with this for so long. But I do, because money talks and everything else walks. He was, a billionaire, is a billionaire. But there's also companies that are not, they, cutting ties with him. I know the Peloton is cutting ties with him. The eyeglass place, I forget the name of it. I had it written down, but yeah, they cut ties with him. Is He stepped down from Revolt, I believe. I mean, just so many different companies that he was had contracts with, was associated, was doing business with. They, they're like, you're not about to take our company down with your narcissistic issues and problems that you got. You ain't about to give our business no bad name. Well, we ain't about to do that. So we need to go ahead and sever ties, cut this contract short, and we can go our separate ways, but we're not going to deal with that. I mean, the same thing like for Martha Stewart, when she did what she did, they were taking her pots and pans off the shelf. They would get her off of our shelves. The same thing with Diddy. Nobody wants to be associated with somebody like that. And Diddy's been doing it for all these years, you guys. All these years. Then another situation was when he went to the club, him and J-Lo, and allegedly, all this is alleged now, he shot that girl, and Shine took that 10 years, because from what I heard, they said they, Diddy's like, I can't go to jail. Can you take this charge? And I'm sure he took the charge, and I'm sure, allegedly, I don't know, this is just my thoughts, he didn't pay Shine off. Shine was probably in prison, of course. He did his 10 years, but I'm sure he had a pretty penny while he was in there, and after he got out. There's no way I'm going to do 10 years for nobody and I didn't do a crime. But he had Sean do them 10 years. The woman is still alive and living. And I believe, I'm new to YouTube, but if I can find her, she'll do an interview with me. I would love to do an interview with her and ask her everything because she still is living. I think she's in New York. But she said that P. Diddy shot her. I'm just saying what I seen, you guys, but you know, he paid her off too. I believe she wasn't one that had sued him too, and she paid him off. And she is adamant that she's seen P Diddy shoot her, boop, bang bang her, yeah. And it wasn't Shine, but Shine took but Shine said he was a fall guy. But my thing is, it was of course all set up because Diddy is Diddy. He's, you know, he got money. He could pay people off. He could do this. He could do that. He say he couldn't go to prison. You know, he can't do that. Shine, you take these charges for me. Can you, you know, help me out? I'll give you a little, you know, some change. You know, but it was just weird how he was he was supposedly the fall guy. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they was doing. They knew. They knew. They knew. They knew absolutely what they were doing. And then another subject, guys, there's so many, that's why I said there's so many situations dealing with P. Diddy. That little girl, Ava, you guys, what is going on with her? Like, he was having her answer questions and things of that sort, and was having her talk about, you know, Diddy adopted her and this, that, and the third, and the son is back in the background. I'm like, where his daughters at? Why he got this little girl with his other son and him and kissing her and on her cheek and stuff like that? That was weird to me, you guys. That was some really weird stuff because I would not let my daughter go with a grown man because I don't remember hearing anything. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. I didn't remember hearing anything about that little girl singing or trying to be famous. I don't know. And I'm thinking, just my thoughts, I'm wondering if she was a little child that was trafficked, if y'all know what I mean. Because it was weird. It was weird. I just hope her name is Ava. I hope that Ava is okay because from what Uncle Gene says, Gene Deal, he said some awful things happened. He didn't say what, but he said it was alleged that some awful things happened to that little girl. So I'm trying to figure out what it was. But eventually all this stuff is going to come out in the wash, you guys. P. Diddy, he is innocent until proven guilty, but we're going to find out. We're going to get to the bottom of this. I know the grand jury is going to be in, you know, in session soon with this case, and that they're going to see what they're going to do because, I mean, he has SADV, trafficking, substance, like everything going through money laundering. I mean, he had a whole, operation, y'all. He had a whole operation. I'm telling you, he had a whole operation. And, you know, it's falling. It's like really falling. And I just think that all these years, it's time for him to, you know, it's time for him to pay the piper. You done did all this dirt to everybody. You done victimized people. You've been traumatized people. I mean, these people are gonna need therapy. And he should be responsible for paying the therapy bill. Because you guys remember Gina Mai, I think her name was, the one that went on Tasha K. He got her pregnant and was telling her, I'll give you $50,000 to go get rid of that baby. He has a $50,000 payoff fetish. $50,000 to get rid of Gina's baby, $50,000 to try to get rid of that tape in the hotel that they found in his house. And that's how they found it in his house. When they did the raids, that tape was in his house. That's what they said. And It was put out on CNN. That's how everybody found out that what he's put out talking about, oh, I didn't do none of the awful things that people said I was doing. Yeah, that changed real quick after everybody seen that tape in the hotel, you guys. But he's an awful monster. He is terrible. They really they may need to put him like under the prison, under the jail cell, because I mean he and treat him like the monster he is, the animal that he is. I mean he is awful, y'all. He is awful. But I know one thing. Look, the hush money, whoever he didn't hushed up for all these years, because I know he probably got a hush money fund. He got a hush money fund, I'm telling you. And that fund is about to be dried up. And them people that he was paying hush money to, they probably some of the people that's coming forward. But we all gonna see, everything is gonna come out in the wash, y'all. And I know some of the stuff is gonna be shocking, because all those tapes came out with all of those people that was being recorded. And then another thing, he was recording some people, of course, unbeknown to them, that they were being recorded. Like, that's a crime in itself, you guys. I need to figure that out. But I thought you can't be recorded, especially in that aspect, when you're in the freak off, doing stuff like that and being recorded. I thought that would be illegal. I mean, I don't know, you guys. Let me know if you guys know. If there are any lawyers out there that knows about like the laws and things, leave a comment in the comment box. I would really, really like to know. I'll research it as well. But yeah, he was recording people. Everybody that came in his house, he was recording. I mean, Diddy was living the life. And I think he was living vicariously through people, of course, probably through all his artists that he picked up and, was using them. Of course, they made money and he was taking it, because he sure wasn't paying them. They ain't made no money. They broke now today. But, I think he was living vicariously through them. And I think that he has a shortcoming, because he has a shortcoming, if y'all know what I mean, because that was in the lawsuit. I don't know why they put that in the lawsuit. I mean, his adolescent situation, was just like he acts like an adolescent. The size was, same as he acts like an adolescent. But I was wondering why she put that in the lawsuit. I don't know, you guys. Just that was kind of, but all the things that he's alleged of doing, even with his mother, y'all. His mother, they said he be, y'all, no respect at all, none. He has no respect. But narcissists, they don't care about nobody's feelings. They don't care if everything is all about them. But what they will do is they will put on a beautiful outside facade when they're out here, out there. But when them doors shut, baby, it is a whole nother story. It's a whole nother situation out there. And that's how he is. He's a narcissist. He's like the worst of all the narcissists, like the worst. Because they said, Gene Deal said he would give people 2 pieces in the biscuit and probably making them do what he wanted them to do, But my thing is, was he? And I know they said that his mentors violated him. He's violating all these other people, but this he liked, And I'm not, if people are, straight, gay, LGBT, however that is, I'm no disrespect, but that all of that. If he was like that, it's fine. If he's, if he likes men, if he's gay, whatever, then whatever, likes trans or whatever, that's his business. Everybody has a preference, and that's okay. But my thing, what I noticed with P. Diddy is he act like he don't want nobody to know that he's gay and that he likes men, like as if it's like something that is supposed to be hidden. But people talk, and it's eventually going to get out if you are doing that type of stuff. But if you are gay, you like men, your sexuality, that's totally, of course, you're that's, do your thing. But if you're doing it to manipulate and to try to get people to try to control people, that's where it becomes a problem for me. And then you wanting other people to perform, like Kim and the seventh or eighth lady that was on the that put out the lawsuit on him. He had Kim and her do a freak off, and he recorded them. And I don't believe that. I may be wrong. I don't know if she liked it to go that way. I don't know if Kim liked to go that way, but I mean, if neither one of them did, how are you going to tell them to do that and they don't want to do that, you know? But he was forcing them. I mean, they said he was putting the substances down their throat, digging all in their throat and all this other stuff. I'm like, oh my God, to make sure they took it so with whatever he gave them, he could do whatever he wanted to do with them. And I was wondering, is because he has some shortcomings, you know, he got the adolescent situationship going on down there. I don't know. But my thing is, it's a control thing. Narcissists, they love control. You got to tell them, you know, they got to tell you what to do. They got to control you. They don't want you listening to nobody, because I believe Kim and all the women were probably strong women, you know, beautiful, strong women. And but once he got them, he broke them all the way down. He broke them all the way down to where they felt like they were either like worthless, or nobody cared, nobody loved them, or whatever the case may be. But that's what narcissists do. They will take you and break you down, and they will make you look like and feel like you ain't nobody, you know. And they would, you know, just break you all the way down, break you all the way down. But, you know, I mean, you know, once you're in those type of situations, you know, everybody is different too. You know, it depends on, you know, how how you're able to escape that situation. But I know for him, he didn't like the fact that the girls from his history liked telling him like, this is over. P. Diddy wasn't trying to hear that. Whenever they were want to say it's over, he want to go over there and grape them when they said they don't want him no more. Like that's crazy. Like, do you know how many women out here, and probably men too? I'm you know, no judgment. But you know how many women and men would want to go and sleep with P. Diddy? Like where he don't gotta chase them, he ain't got to be graping nobody, he ain't got to be giving nobody no substances, no alcohol or anything like that. Like there's a lot of people that would, you know, freely go and, you know, have a freak off with him, you know, gladly. But he has a thing where it's like he is, of course, aggressive. He's like he's like of course, like predatory, you know. And this is just my opinion, you guys, he's predatory. Like he don't want the ones that want him. He want what he want, but he wants to attack when he goes, you know, to get his, you know, like a lizard, you know. They see their prey and they, you know, they get them real quick. It's kind of like that same similarity, you know. But and like I said, Gene Deal said he will be he give him 2 pieces and a biscuit, and quick, fast, in a hurry. He put up them fists, and he don't mind fighting nobody, you know. But the thing is like he just has like anger issues, narcissistic issues. He has just like all kind of issues. I'm not no doctor or anything like that. I'm not diagnosing him, but I just seen narcissists and narcissistic behavior before at so many levels, and he falls within those what I've seen as far as narcissist is concerned. Of course, after I researched it, but there's like so much going on, so much going on with his case, like with this situation with him. And I don't think that and see, the thing, you guys, is that people don't understand, like, you know, he's been going like the state court, you know, whatever kind of courts. But when it comes to the feds, you guys, the feds is a whole different ball game from the state court. Like the feds, they will come, like, you go to state court and you got like a little, you know, little manila file. Okay, you know, these are your charges and this is all the paperwork. But when the feds come, baby, they're coming with the whole 2, 3, 4 warehouses full of documents on what you done did, and they don't just let you do. They be like, okay, you done did this 12 times. No, we're gonna let you do it for another 100 times because we want to really build up a case. Because when they come, baby, they come and it's like 98, 99% that you going, that the conviction rate with the feds. There's no paying the feds off. There's no hush money involved. The feds is not playing that. The states, you might be to pay the police off, pay the hospitals, the doctors, pay this, pay that off, so y'all won't say anything after I allegedly commit SA or DV crime or whatever. Y'all just don't report it. I'll just pay you $50,000 because that's P Diddy's $50,000 hush money plan. They say that part right there. Yeah, they'll be on the $50,000 hush money plan credit card. If they don't if they do what he wants them to do. Because that's what he's been doing. But the feds are not playing that. The state, oh yeah, you could pay whoever off. You could do this. You could do that. But feds, all you're gonna do is come in there and ask how many years, because that's all you're gonna do. You ain't gonna be like, oh, I negotiated this $50,000 hush money, blah blah. They're gonna be like, we're not negotiating that. You got X amount of years, because they don't play that, and that's why he's been getting away with it, you guys, for so long. Because guess what? He's always been at state court. So the thing is that that you guys. That's what happened. Feds are just like a different ball game. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people, they really don't know that. But that's exactly what it is. The feds is a whole another ball game than what the state courts is. So, and then I'm trying to think of other subjects. There's been so many subjects, you guys. But another one, there was the makeup artist, Cassie's makeup artist, you guys. Her makeup artist, she said that Diddy had, SA or DV'd her, had a lot of bruises on her face, head, and stuff like that. So bad to where she had to let her come to her house for a couple of days to try to, get her in a safe place, and had her friend who was a doctor come over and check her out, to make sure she was okay. Like, it was that bad. And she had to put makeup all over her face to cover up what he did. And, I was like, that is so awful. But my thing is, there was people along the way of Cassie's, journey on all this, that were good people that were able to help her the best way that they could, I know Red, shout out to Red too. Her friend, she was like, when I watched it on Tisa Tells, I watched her interview, and what the takeaway was with on Tisa Tells was that Red was the type of friend to question, when she didn't see things that were, when she seen like suspicious things, she's like asking questions like, hey, this, hey, that, she asking questions, and narcissists, they don't want you to be around people who know that it's a narcissistic relationship, because they don't want you, their victim, to be asking them any questions, because their thing is, it's a dictatorship relationship. You don't ask me anything, I tell you what to do. So with Red, she was basically asking questions whenever she seen something that was suspicious, or questionable. She was asking them questions, and that was good, because Cassie was in a situation, in a place, I'm gonna say, where she couldn't, like, it was like against the law per se to ask him anything or to question anything that he was doing. And he was just so, like, I mean, he really broke Cassie down. He really did. He really did. But I'm trying to think. There's so many situations involving Diddy that. Oh, another thing, you guys, is the unalive. Like I said earlier, I was talking about it, about, with Tupac and, Biggie, Kim Porter. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. Like, I'm sure that was an operation in itself. Like, he had his people that would go out and do them dirty deeds, and next thing you know, they're going people are going to meet their maker because they were given the guidance and direction from him to take them out, you know? So there's a list of people, and that's another thing I'm gonna put together for you guys, is a list of people that allegedly that he had them meet their maker. Yeah, ordered them, ordered somebody to, yeah, go make them meet their maker. So I'm gonna figure out, put a list together, do some research on exactly, you know, all of the ones that were. But yeah, and then it comes back to also with Kim Kardashian, the Kardashians being intertwined in that circle too with P. Diddy. I mean, so many people are intertwined with him, you guys. It is like, I mean, it's crazy, but at the same time, it's almost like an operation, like a business, you know. So he had connects here, politicians, you know, police, doctors, you know. I mean, everybody and anybody that you can name and think of, that he was able to do his dirt and charge that $50,000 hush money credit card, swipe it, and you, hey, you shut up, hey, you shut up, hey, you shut up, here, $50,000, don't you say nothing, here, you shut up, you know, when he's committing all these heinous, you know, allegedly awful things to people, you know. But you know, because like I said, money talks, and everything else walks. And he had the money to do it. He had the $50,000. That was his $50,000 charge hush money credit card that he had. That's what he was using to shut people up. Now, when it comes to collecting kids, like with the Ava, Justin Bieber, Usher, and who, God knows how many other people's kids he was trying to collect. I'll Be Sure's son, Quincy, is not his. You know, it was Kim's son with I'll Be Sure. But, you know, somehow he ended up in, you know, Diddy's care. Of course, I mean, Diddy and Kim were together. But, yeah. Why, like, the only reason why that I see now that he wanted to collect people's kids, I'm gonna say, per se, was to do awful things to them. Because why else would you be dealing with a little 12-year-old daughter, you kissing her on the cheek as a grown man? That's just strange, weird behavior, y'all. Like, that's crazy. And then your daughters are nowhere to be found, but your son is in the background. And it's like, I really, really want to know what happened to that little girl. I really want to know, y'all. I really, really want to know. Because, I mean, all the trafficking, I want to know what ages they are. Because from what everybody's saying, you know, Usher, he got when he was young. Justin Bieber, like, why are you on TV with a little boy? And you talking about we about to have fun and this, that, and that. What kind of fun are you about to have with a little young boy? That is just like really, really mind-boggling, and it's really, really sick behavior that you are really here collecting people's kids, because really and truly you doing it for an ulterior motive. You're not doing it to get these little kids, you know, famous, rich, you know, trying to get them contracts and record deals, whatever the case may be. It's because you want to perform, you want to DV and SA them. Really and truly, that's really what you want to do. Because why are you picking up these kids? And I don't want nobody's kids. I do not. And why would I be at my house with somebody else's kids if it's supposed to be business? You should be at the studio. You should be telling them, the parents to bring them and come and pick them up, because I'm not taking care of nobody's kids. We're not doing that. You want to make a record deal, you come and bring the kids. We're going to practice. We're going to sing. We're going to do whatever we're going to do in the studio, and then you take your child back home with you. But you're getting them. They're living with you, you know, doing all kind of things. Like Usher, he said he was seeing a lot of things, you know. And he was on an interview, and the guy asked him, well, would you send your kid to puppy camp? And Usher said, oh no, like he no. So that's what he's doing, y'all. He trying to get these kids to do awful things to them, and they're innocent children. And let me tell you something. I blame the parents too. I blame the parents. Because there's no way you going to ask me if I can get my child to live with you because you're trying to make them famous. You already famous. You don't need my child to be moving in with you. Why are you trying to get my child to move in with you? Like you trying to isolate me? That's something like parents should think about. Like if somebody says I'll take your child in, why you want my child? You know, that would be like things that I question. Why would you want my child to come live with you, and you are supposedly gonna get them a contract, a record deal, or whatever the case may be? Why can't I just bring my child? If the record label studio, whatever, is open from 8 to 5, okay, give me a time slot, I'll come in, I will, we can give me 2 hours, whatever you want me to do, however long you want me to bring my child, I'll bring my child for 2 hours, y'all can practice, and I'll stay right here in the waiting room, and then after my child is finished, then we going home. Like, why would somebody sign their kids over? I'm not signing my child over to nobody, especially somebody in Hollywood, because once you do that, them people got money. You have no say so. You're not rich. You don't got no money from the lawyers. They can take your kid and do whatever, and that's what they did. I mean, I'm just telling you how I feel about the situation. This is just my opinion. I think that's what, that was the setup. Of course, he was luring these kids in, and not just kids, luring young women in, even boys, luring them in. I'm going to get you a record deal. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And the next thing you know, they're trying to build a dream, and next thing you know, they have a nightmare, and it's a traumatic nightmare, that something that they're going to deal with for years, for the rest of their life, and some people will unalive themselves from the things that they do to them, and I have no idea what in their head, in their mind, mentally, what triggers them to want a child, that like an innocent child. That is sickening, y'all. That is so disgusting. I cannot believe how so many of them people in Hollywood, they want people's young children, or these young girls. Like the Foxy Brown was young, Rihanna was young, all them girls are young. But I blame, allegedly, they say Rihanna's father trafficked her, and went to go pick up a paycheck from Jay-Z. I'm just saying, that's a sign of trafficking. And then they was doing whatever they wanted to do with her. And she was young. I think Rihanna was like 14 or 15 when that happened. And then Jay-Z went into them streets, was essaying her, and gave her that part. Yeah, gave her that. Yeah. Because it came to me like, why in the world is Chris Brown, because, Chris Brown and Rihanna, they hooked up when they were young, 18, 19, whatever. And the reason why Chris Brown was cutting up so bad was because Rihanna got the Oshkosh goulash juice from Jay-Z, and then she gave it to Chris Brown, allegedly, you guys. And that's why Chris Brown was acting up, because, by the time Chris Brown got to her, she was 14, 15 when she came to the States. She done dealt with Jay-Z and whoever else, and then the Oshkosh goulash juices was, given to her. She was giving them to Chris Brown and whoever else she was sleeping with. So Chris Brown, he was 19, you 19 years old, and you in love, whatever, and then next thing you know, you're on fire. It's a problem. He was cutting up. And I'd be cutting up if I was that young and that happened to me, So that was a situation with them. But That's what they do. They get them young, you guys. All the men in the industry, they got money, and that is their thing. Like, why are you guys? You guys are all, they're all predators. They are all predators. All predators. Like, I don't want nobody's child. I don't want nobody's child. I don't look. If I'm trying to make your child famous and make them record labels, deals, get them in, acting and music, singing, whatever the case may be. We have a studio. We open from 8 to 5. I'm a time slot you and tell you to come in. We got 2 hour sessions, and then when we're done, y'all can, go home. That's it. Like when you have a daughter, she goes to cheerleading practice, or they go to track practice or football practice or something like that. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those type of situations, because there's no way I'm assigned as a parent, as a good parent. There is no way you about to even con me into signing over my child to you, and I don't even know what you're gonna do. Like, you say you're gonna do this and that, but I don't know that. My mind is not going to be at ease with what you're doing, because you're saying you're doing something. But how do I know? I don't even know you from Adam. But the parents, like I said, this it's on them too, because they knew what they was doing. They knew what was going on. They was selling they were trafficking their own children, in my opinion. You know, like I said, y'all want, if the operation was legit and everything was on the up and up. Studios open from 8 to 5, y'all. We have a schedule, just like, when you go to the doctor's office, the dentist's office, to get your hair done, you got a time slot, okay, your appointment's at 8, okay, from 8 to 9 or 8 to 10, 8 to whatever, okay, and then you come get your kid. You're not leaving your kid up here with me. You come get your child. I don't want to collect nobody's kids, because I don't got no reason to collect nobody's kids. Trust me, I don't want nobody's kids. We trying to get you a record deal. We trying to get you, voice together, so, you can go, sign a contract with whoever. But that's not the case, y'all. They're predators. They use that, oh, I'm going to make you rich. I'm going to make you, get you into, the fashion industry. I'm gonna get you because I know this person, I know that. No, they do that because they trying to get between they're predators. They're trying to SA and DV them people, the kids. I'm gonna say young, even when adults. They're young, but they're still young, naive. Children to me. You 8, 7, 18, 19. You still a child. You still learning, and not all kids are, not all kids are street smart at that age. They're still naive, so they're gonna believe every little thing they say, because they're not up on game. You got dealing with P. Diddy and Jay-Z, and them, they're 30 something years old, dealing with these 14, 15-year-old kids. That's awful. That is awful. But that's what they do. They're predatory. They're predators. They are predators. How to catch a predator. Where is it? How to catch a predator on Dateline. Yeah, that part. But yeah, yeah, it's really, really sad. I mean, like I said, this is like so much is going on. And I also wonder, like, with Will Smith and Jada Pickett, like, I wonder what the real reason, you guys, was of the slapping that Will Smith slapped uh Chris, is it Chris Tucker? Why he slapped him like that, y'all? I'm trying to find out the real reason, because they say Jada Pickett's a narcissist, and I mean, I don't know. It just, so much stuff dealing with that. But, I was wondering why, really, why that situation happened. But like I said, it's so much stuff like going on. But a lot of it is surrounding with Diddy. And I'm just trying to figure out. I know everything is going to unfold. But, and I know that this court case, Diddy's case, y'all, is going to be epic. It's gonna be the court case of the century. I'm telling y'all, because it is so. I could imagine all this stuff that's going on, because not everything is released and known to the public. Every little thing. I mean, a lot of things have probably leaked out on what they're gonna do with Diddy. But I know it's going to be a lot more stuff that they have, but I know it's going to be a lot, but I know it's going to be a long court case, I can imagine. Because OJ Simpson, I don't remember exactly how long, but I know my mama, she was acting like OJ Simpson was her husband. I come home from school and she's like, shh, shh, don't y'all say nothing. Don't y'all say nothing. She was watching court TV. We had to come in, we had to sit down, we had to do our do our homework, get a snack, sit down, and be quiet because she, we had the floor model TV. Y'all remember the floor model TVs, with the knobs you had to change? That's what we had. And my mom, no, I think that one had, I think they upgraded by then. I think they had the button where you could press it up and volume down, but it was the one that sat on the floor. But she was watching that court case like OJ Simpson was her husband. And it was, so when I think about it today, it was so hilarious because I'm like, you was acting like OJ Simpson is your husband and he was on trial because you didn't want nobody talking. You want to hear everything that was coming out of everybody's mouth in that courtroom during that court case. But that P. Diddy's court case is going to be epic, you guys. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of victims coming through there. A lot of people that's going to be on the stand. I'm sure. Um, Whew, it's gonna be a lot. It is going to be. When I say it's gonna be a lot, it's gonna be a lot, you guys. It's so much stuff. I mean, it's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. A lot. A lot. It's gonna be a lot. And from what I hear too, you guys, I heard that they they had a freak off tape for sale on the black web, and I'm like, oh, I don't know nothing about the black web. I don't do all that because that's where it just, it sounds sketchy, but they said they sold the freak off tape for like 500 million or something like that. Some kind of expensive. Yeah, they paid, somebody handed some money over for a freak off tape. And I mean, I don't know, but there's, like I said, so much going on. But like Cat Williams said, 2024 is up for all y'all big deviants in 2024, and it is Cat Williams, Cat Williams, Cat Williams. You didn't hit the nail on the hammer with that, cause he is on point. Everything is unfolding, and not with a lot of people. It's just unfolding. It's gonna be like a big old domino effect. Really, you guys. It really and truly, it's gonna be a a whole domino effect. An entire domino effect. I mean, there's so much going on with this Diddy case. I can't even. Um, I mean, there's so much, y'all. It is like so much. So, oh, you guys, another topic. You guys, I'm going off. I'm going off at the top of my head with this. I did not plan to go live this long. Actually, we're at like an hour and like 7 minutes, I believe. But I did not plan to go this long, you guys. But it's so much. I didn't write anything down. I'm just going off the top of my head because there's so much. But the Family Matters, Daddy and Diddy, Carl Winslow. There was somebody said that they heard some things sound like it was, it sound like what I could get. It was a woman and a man, and they thought that woman and a man was in the room getting it on. They kicked the door down, and it was Carl Winslow, the Family Matters dad, with Diddy. I mean, allegedly, you guys, allegedly, but I was shocked when they talk about that. I was like, oh my God, like, whew. Is there anybody's men's version, any more men version booty holes in Hollywood? Is there any more? Cat Williams said he's protecting his version hole of his. So I'm trying to think. I don't think there's too many more virgin booty holes in Hollywood, but all this going on, y'all. We may not be able to get a new movie. No more music. Y'all better have them VHS tapes that y'all had I mean, the basement and the you know, and the boxes that have a lot of dust on it, y'all might have to go and get those or get the DVD players because I don't know if there's gonna be any more movies made, any more music made. I don't think there's gonna be probably for a while because I mean, when I say the Hollywood is like shaking like a garbage and upside down right now. Hollywood is upside down right now. I mean, there's so much, so much. I mean, look at like Harvey Weinstein, the Epstein, P. Diddy, and a slew of other people that hasn't surfaced yet. But I'm telling you, like this stuff right here is like Cat Williams said, you know, it's the beginning of the big ball. You know, like you know how you have a little ball of yarn and then you keep on, you know, rolling it, and then it becomes bigger and bigger, bigger. That's exactly what's gonna happen with all this going on in Hollywood. I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be probably even things that we didn't even people we didn't think of, and then situations that we probably never thought of that never could probably happen with all this stuff that's going on. Because I'm telling you guys, it is bananas, y'all. It is crazy. I mean, y'all, I feel like I want to say get somebody else to do it because ain't nobody got time for all this. It's so much stuff. I mean, it is so much stuff. I mean, they probably gonna be up in that courtroom for hours on end, months on end, and who is to say maybe even years on end because it's so much. It's so many different parts and pieces to this puzzle that P. Diddy has, and I'm telling you, it is. I mean, more than meets the eye. It's just gonna be a lot. It's just gonna be a lot, you guys. And if, if, and when, if I'm able to go, oh, I'm gonna be in that courtroom. If they allow, I don't know. You know, if it's open court, I don't know, because you know sometimes they close courts because they're so big. You know, I don't know. We got to see what's going on, but I do want to be there and be live and be on scene because I wanna see and hear things, you know, live and up front. If I can, I'm not. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying. You know, I don't know. But I would love to if I'm able to. I will definitely let you guys know and keep you guys informed. But yeah, like it is, y'all. It is crazy. I'm telling y'all, it is like beyond belief. Like the stuff. Ooh, ooh, the stuff, the stuff. And then one madam was there with P. Diddy years ago, and she was somebody from overseas. And Popcorn Planet, shout out to Popcorn Planet. He did an interview with her, and he was, you know, asking her questions. It was like she was kind of within the operation. She was doing like supplying the women for them and doing this and doing that or whatever. But anyway, she got caught up, and next thing you know, it was like she did some prison time because you know it was some operation that you know got busted, and it was, you know, while she was dealing with Diddy, and she went to prison, and then next thing you know she deported back to some other country where she's from. But there's so much stuff. It's like they say he's a FBI, Diddy's a FBI informant. I don't know, but there's so many moving pieces, moving parts. It's like, so this is a big old puzzle, y'all. This is like, you know, them boxes of puzzles that you get from like the store, Walmart, dollar store, whatever, and they be like, oh, we got this 100,000 piece puzzle. That's what this is right here. It's a lot of pieces. I mean, that this puzzle is huge. Like it's like really, really big. This puzzle piece is huge. So they putting it together though. They putting this puzzle piece together, and it's gonna happen. I mean, that's the same thing. Like when we're talking about like P. Diddy and like how he paid off people, and like R. Kelly the same way. He's paying off people, whatever. I believe allegedly he was paying off people because he was doing the same thing, the same exact thing, y'all. However, he was, I don't know, maybe not as, I'm gonna say organized or whatever, but he was still paying people, hush money, because he was doing some stuff too with the baby's children, doing stuff with the babies, with the children, and paying people off, doing all the same thing. It's like a whole. That's what I'm saying. The whole they're predatory, but he was going to state courts. State court this, state court that. He was, whatever. I mean, sliding and gliding like P Diddy did for the last, like Diddy's been doing for the last 30 years. But y'all noticed something, right? Let me tell y'all. Once them feds stepped in, it was over for R. Kelly. And that's what I'm saying with Diddy too. The feds have stepped in. It's over. Like Diddy is done. Diddy is done. He's done. And you didn't did what you did. You didn't. I mean, caused all these victims trauma, and it's time for you to pay the price. For what you've done. Like, your money is no longer valid in this situation. The $50,000 hush money credit card that you got, you might as well throw it in the trash can, because it's no longer valid when you're dealing with the feds. You need to be like, okay, how many years am I going to get for this? How many years I'm going to get for that? Okay, what cell block am I going to, and what federal institution are you going to put me at? Because that's all he could say. He's dealing with the feds. You can't pay them off. You can pay them state people off. The lawyers, the doctors, the police, whoever. But you're not going to pay them feds off. The feds going to be like, doop, doop, doop. You got X amount of time, blah, 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 whatever, because we got this, that, and the third on you. 98, 99% conviction rate. Okay. They're going on their next case. Next. But I do believe that the people that, how can I say, the people who have enabled and were there allowing him to traumatize people, like watching him beat up people, watching him SADV people and stuff like that, they should go down too. They need to go down too, because I don't even recall, and you guys let me know. I may be wrong because I didn't watch the whole R. Kelly case, but did any of those people that was with R. Kelly go down? Epstein, Weinstein? I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard anybody, and I may be wrong, y'all. So let me know. Leave something in the comments if y'all do know if anybody else went down with like R. Kelly and his entourage, or Epstein, Weinstein with their entourage. But they should be charged, everybody that was enablers and not saying anything, letting him do these things to these people, these awful things, they should go down too. Yeah, I think that they should go down too. They really should. Just saying. And did y'all see that Kim Kardashian, they had a show, and on the show, they had like Justin Bieber on there, and she was just I guess they went somewhere on vacation or something, and she's like, something about Justin Bieber and something about a crush and this, that, and that. What are you doing with somebody's 16-year-old child, 17-year-old child, taking them to a whole another, like a vacation spot? Look like y'all in a whole relationship. I'm just telling y'all what it looked like to me. Now, I mean, y'all, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm not taking at 30-something years old. I'm not taking no 16-year-old somebody's child to the Bahamas or Hawaii or something, playing in the water and looking like y'all got a whole relationship going on. I'm not doing that. Like, what is wrong with these people? They like to do this stuff to people's kids. What if their kids was doing? Well, let me say this, because I guess maybe it's a Hollywood thing, because they seem like they like to. I mean, did you guys see what's her name? Kamora's daughter with that old man. Like, is that a Hollywood thing? It's like it seems like, and I might be wrong, but it seems like that they people be Hollywood like to sell their kids or um, traffic their own children. Like, cause Kamara daughter, did y'all see her with that old man? That was disgusting. That was that was that was gross. That was really, really, really. It was mind boggling. It was disgusting. That man looked like a whole pervert. Had her looking. I mean, she looked like a little. Looked like she needed to be fed. I wanted to invite her over so I could feed her, y'all. I'm like, this little girl looking like she hungry. She need to be fed, and she need to be in somebody's college, like doing some homework or doing a research paper. And she's over here on the beach with this old man that looked like he soon to be in the nursing home. Like, I just don't get it. That's, I mean, that, I'm telling y'all, this stuff is just like, it's mind boggling. It is really mind boggling. Kamara's daughter, that was, I mean, that, some of this stuff, it hurts my heart because, like, I'm really sensitive when it comes to the kids. I'm really sensitive when it comes to the kids, y'all. I don't play with the kids. I don't play with the children. The kids need to be kids, and they need to play with, the girls need to play with Barbie dolls until they're 18 years old, and the little boys need to play with their GI Joes until they're 18 years old too, and the Tonka trucks, and be out playing hide go seek in the neighborhood and riding their scooters and jumping off the roof and that type of stuff while they're young. Kids need to be kids. These folks is like preying on these kids, and these kids can't even be kids. Like, where they do that at? It's. I'm telling y'all, it is mind boggling. Like, I'm not collecting nobody's kids, and if the kids coming over here, they better be outside. They better be riding bikes, playing hide go seek, playing with the other kids or whatever. But I'm not having nobody's kids over here, and it's some stuff going on. I'm not, that's sickening. That is a illness. That is a sickness. I believe that is a sick, demonic thing. My opinion. A sick demonic thing. Y'all kids need to be outside. Y'all better be slip and slide. Y'all remember the slip and slide? Turn on the water hose, hook up that thing, and then the water's going on the little plastic thing, and you riding and sliding and gliding. That part. Yeah, they need to be doing that. Riding bikes, scooters, going to the rec, roller skating, roller blading, something, but not up in a grown person's bed at the age of 14, 15. They need to be outside. I'm telling y'all, these kids are not able to be kids because of these predators. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys have children, y'all better watch y'all kids. Y'all be protective over y'all's kids. Don't let y'all kids just go to anybody and everybody, because even some parents, let me tell you, I had situations where there was, a parent, a child, and the child had a friend, and the child went over the friend's house, and their parents were predatory and was messing with the child's friends that she brought over. And next thing you know, FBI, all the laws getting involved, trying to figure out why this parent is allowing her child to bring her friends over, and then they're DVing them, essaying them, and stuff like that. Y'all watch y'all's children, y'all. Don't let nobody tell y'all, don't let nobody sell y'all a dream, because it will be a nightmare, and it will be so hard to get out. And once a child endures that type of trauma, y'all, that is something that you can never, ever erase from their mind. You guys, when it comes to these children, protect y'all's children. Do not sign no contract. Don't sell your child for not even a cent. Don't sell your child. Don't sell yourself for nothing. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, people have been traumatized because all this P. Diddy stuff, Hollywood stuff, like Kamara letting her daughter, and Kamara's daughter, I think she's 21, 22. She's still a child. She's still a baby in my mind. They're still young. They are still so, how can I say, they're still very naive at that age. And I'm like, I don't know Kimora. I don't know nobody in Hollywood, but I'm like, what good mother, good woman, good black woman. And not just black woman, any good motherly woman would allow their child to be up on the beach with that little itty bitty bikini that she had on, looking like she's hungry, with the old man that looked like he need to be in the nursing home within the next couple of hours. Like, where do they do that at? Like, I really wanted to go get her off wherever she was at, whatever beach, and bring her to my house, cook her a good meal, and get her registered in college. Because that's where she should be at. And if she's already finished with college, I don't know. You know, she needs to be on somebody's job. Like, no, not on the beach with an old man. What are you doing on the beach with an old man that is not even, your mama wouldn't even probably be seen with him? And you let your, I would talk, I'm telling you, I would have snatched my daughter up, and I would have, look, I would have went over there and I would have snatched her up and told her she better get her tail home, because we not doing that. I would not allow my child, I don't care how old my child is, I would not be letting her go on the beach with a man that looks like he about to go in a nursing home. That is disgusting. That's predatory to me. And any parent that allows their child to be dating somebody is almost about to go meet their maker, about to go see Jesus, is crazy. That is not a good mother and not a good parent. And not all parents, like my mother used to tell me, not all parents are good for their children. Because look at what Kamar did. I mean, I would have not let that, that would not set well with me at all. At all. Like I said, all these kids, all these predators inviting them over to do this and do that. And what it look like me sending my 13-year-old child with a whole man, like my daughter with a whole man, for talking about, yeah, we gonna make a record deal. So, okay, what time you want me to bring her to the studio? Okay, what time is the appointment time for? What do you have available? What do you have open? Oh, well, we have a studio. Oh, we no, you don't have to come. You don't have to come. You could just drop your daughter. I'm not dropping my daughter off with you, and I don't know you from Adam. I'm not about to do that. You look, what you done bumped your head or something? I am not dropping, and even my son too, because they like the little boys too now. I mean, back when I was growing up, it was all about protecting the daughter. Your daughter, protect her. Y'all stick together. But nowadays, they will get the daughters. They will get your sons. What is that song? That guy back in the day, he was in what is it, like Oklahoma or something? I forget his name. He was like, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide, you gotta hide everything. That's what you gotta do with them Hollywood predators. You got to hide your wife, hide your kids, the dogs too, the probably the fish in the fish tank, the cats, and whatever other animals you got to hide them from these people, because they're predators. They would look. They will prey on anything, and it's sickening. It's very, very sickening. And people think that, like, it's okay. Like, it's like back in the day, like when I was being raised, like my mom would always be there. I'll stick together. Don't be going here by yourself. Don't be going there by yourself. You guys got to stick together. You guys got to watch out for this, watch out for that. It was like a protection mode. But nowadays, it's like some people, they encouraging their child or pushing them out to do like those things, like for people to take advantage of them. And it's bad. But, it's like, what kind of person are you? What kind of mother are you? Or what kind of father are you to be allowing your child to be pushed out? Or, you sign your child over to a grown man, your daughter or son, and supposedly, quote unquote, go get them, some training to go and get a record deal. And ain't no record deal came out of all this so-called training. Like, where they do that at? Because I'd be like, look, I'm the type of parent, I'd be like, how long is this training gonna be, and where's it gonna be? Because I'm not bringing my child to your house. We going to the studio, and I'm coming too. I'll be in the waiting room, or I'll be in the studio with y'all. Really, I'll be in the studio with y'all, because I'm not gonna be letting my child go get out of my eyesight And when is this record deal supposed to be, signed, sealed, and delivered? And how long is a record deal? How many records are we getting? Because P Diddy said, Cassie was supposed to be getting 10 record deals and she only got one. So I'm telling y'all gotta ask these questions, because I'm telling people will try to get over. It will slick talk you. I'm telling you, it will slick talk you out of your socks. So you guys gotta pay attention to this type of stuff, because people are. I'm not gonna say dumb to the fact. I'm just saying some people are naive to certain situations, and you just gotta be on your A game, because I'm people. Telling y'all, people are awful out here. It's a big world, and you gotta talk to your kids, and you gotta let them know. If your child, they're 18, they are grown. But I always say, you know, at 18, still young, still naive. People can come and talk and say this and say that. Put this, whisper sweet things and sweet nothings and sweet things in your ear, and then it's like, next thing you know, they're in a traumatic situation. So y'all gotta talk to them and let them know they are predators out there. There's predators. I mean, narcissistic predators preying on children. Whether it be a boy or a girl. You guys gotta watch your children. And for those parents who, oh well, my child is grown, this, that. Let me tell you something. Your child is gonna be grown, of course, but that's always gonna be your baby, and you always should. A good parent is gonna make sure that they always protect their child, no matter how old they are, and make sure that they are doing things that are in the best interest of them, and they're protecting them. They don't want nobody coming up and swooping them up and telling them they're gonna give them a record deal, and then next thing you know, the child don't want to come out the room. The child needs to go to check into a rehab center like Cassie had to. You don't want them problems. You don't want them. Thank God I don't have to experience that with nobody that I even know, but that's traumatic. I can imagine what Cassie went through. I can imagine. I can imagine. And even in Cassie's videos, she looked very young. Like, I was watching her video last night. She looked so young. She looks so young. So young. So young. But, my heart goes out to her, y'all. My heart goes out to all the victims of P. Diddy, all the predators that have caused trauma in people's lives. I mean, anybody that has endured that type of situation, my heart goes out. My heart goes out. But you guys, we've been on here for 82 minutes or 92 minutes. Yeah, we've been on here for a while. So you guys, this is one of my lives. This is my second live. I'm new to YouTube. I am here at the lounge. I am on my YouTube journey. So if you guys will like, share, subscribe, you guys are always welcome to come back and join me on my journey as I grow. Join my family, and you guys, we talk about everything, but right now the P. Diddy thing is hot and popping. So I do want to talk a lot about that and connect on that topic. But we're gonna be talking about all kind of stuff, and we're gonna be doing all kind of stuff here on this channel. So yeah, so check us out. We're gonna be doing some videos, we're gonna be doing lives, and we're gonna be doing shorts. So yeah, just check us out. So thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys on the next live, the next video, or the next short. Bye. Hope y'all enjoy. Bye bye.